Welcome to Big Natural Talents.
God, that sounds good. And we haven't even gotten to the juicy part.
No, stop it right there. We're joined by a guest today, friend of the show. And I actually was trying to remember if she's been on the show before, and I think she has.
No, you haven't.
Never.
No, I would remember.
Sorry.
Haven't? Oh my god.
I was dying to get on it. I was like, I have to get on it because I wasn't on last time. I was like making up for lost time.
Well, long overdue. Introducing Nina Oyama. Hello.
Hello.
If I want to think about who's like a big natural talent, you are like one of the top names. Like if you did a Google search for a big natural talent, your top 3 hits on Google for sure. So sorry it's taken
That
so
is
long.
so much pressure.
We've had so many random guys instead, but I'm glad you finally made it.
Thanks for letting me go instead of a random guy. But you know, like in this economy, random guys need all the help they can get. So
yeah, it's actually it's a really hard time to be a guy.
It's a really hard time to be a random guy.
It is.
You know, it's like, what are you famous for? Nothing. Oh my gosh, I went to this influencer event recently, and someone was like explaining to me all the people, and they were like, that guy's famous for jumping up and down in stilettos. That person's famous because she lives with an old guy and she made content about him. And I was like, this is crazy that these people are the most famous people on the planet now.
Totally. I need to ask you, what do you like at those events, you know?
I'm really drunk, I'd say.
I feel like you, can we say it, need to be to be at an event like that.
Yeah, but I have a lot of fun. I think it's like you get drunk and then you're like, I'm trying to be mischievous.
It is.
Time to cause trouble.
It is crazy to go to those kinds. I don't go to many. I went to like one fashion thing once that was cool and stuff, and it was like a cool fashion thing, but I was like sitting at the end of a table opposite an 18-year-old model. And like, you know, it's not easy to talk to someone. And she's like, my boyfriend lives in LA. We met on the internet. And I'm like, are you okay, sweetie? Are you being trafficked? You're 18. Are you all right? I'm scared. Anyway. And then I took a really nice photo of her and she took a really ugly photo of me. And I was like, awesome. That's so cool.
I want to know, because you're quite a mischievous person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that you're sort of wicked and mischievous and cheeky and
I love that.
Sort of up to schemes and
Like an imp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a little impy guy.
For sure. Like, what kind of like mischief do you get up to at things like that? I'm like getting anxious, and unless I'm high, I'm sort of just like on high alert, and I'm looking at all the influencers who I like recognize their faces, but I'm like, I don't know what they do, you know.
Yeah, I love asking people what they do because it's always just like the most random thing ever. And I like lying about what I do. Like
what
I'll be like,
said?
oh, like I'm a music manager, and they're like, wow, like
That's
just
good.
like you just tell lies. I'm like, I'm not meant to be here. I just like walked in and they didn't stop me.
I got lost.
I don't know, what is this?
I thought this is
like there's like 3 champagnes in my hand. I'm like,
I was meant to be getting married. I ran away at the altar. I thought this was a toilet.
That is so awesome. I feel like that's so cool to like have the I feel like every time I've wanted to say I do something different, like in the back of a cab, or if I've wanted to ever like give a different name when I'm ordering a coffee, I don't have to say and spell Concetta, I always forget, and I never do that. So it's so cool to have a reality of you've done the thing where you like say a lot and then like get to live in that reality.
It's so good until you get like caught out, and then people get really mad at you and they're like, why didn't you like there was one girl, I think I was like at some event, and she was like, so what do you do? And I was like, oh, I'm like a writer and like I act sometimes. It was like embarrassing. And she was like, don't worry, like one day you'll have your big break.
Oh no.
And this was like a month ago.
I hate that. And you're like, you know what, I hope I do.
Yeah, it was like, it's something really hard and I just don't know. Like, I'm just doing self-tapes every day. And she's like, like you got that. And to her credit, she was such a nice person that like for half an hour I complained and was talking about like how I couldn't get any roles. And she was just hyping me up.
Aww.
And then it was like some director, maybe it was like Gracie Otto or something. It was like Nina or like Rachel House. And then this girl was like, what the fuck? And she was like, you know every single person here. And I was like, I lied. And she was like, why would you lie? And I was like, I don't know.
No,
It's like, I'm so much fun doing it.
Didn't even lie. She just looked at you and assumed that you were like a failure.
Yeah.
So that's
if
really on her.
people take pity on you, like go
hey,
with it. It's
you're
so
gonna
fun.
make it. Well, that's even that reminds me of like when I was working in an office years ago with a friend of mine, and then these like new boys came over working in this office that was like call center vibes, and then this guy was like, oh yeah, like I know this guy that runs a gig in Sydney actually, if you want me to put a word in, and I was like, oh, like, yeah, what's the gig? I'll know him. There's 10 people in this city. And it was, someone we know. And I was like,
Who was it?
It was Skinner. Like,
Oh.
and I was like, yeah, I know Skinner. I can do that gig.
I thought you were like Carl Barron, and I was like, whoa.
No. And then and he was like, oh, is the gig, it's at this bar? And I was like, oh, it's not at that bar anymore, it's at a different bar. And he was like, no, I think it is. And then my friend who works with me, she was like on her computer, she turned around and she said, Lauren has a manager who books her gigs for her.
Dream friend.
And I was like, yeah, sorry.
That is so good.
Yeah. But just before you went on the mic, Chet was saying that you've got the Rachel haircut.
Oh, yeah.
From Friends.
I've never seen a more accurate and quite like natural version of the Rachel cut.
Thank you.
That it's quite like it smacks you in the face. Like I guess I haven't seen you in a little bit, and like just to like you were like at the door, and I was like, holy moly, I want to like hit on you. I guess I want to be like,
thank you.
It really suits. Can I ask like, when did we get it? How long have we had it? Like,
wow.
Did you take a picture of Rachel?
Yeah.
Or was it intentional Rachel?
No,
Or?
I think I just was like, I don't know. I've never taken a picture in anywhere. I'm just like, dealer's choice.
Wow.
It was at this
serious?
really cool hair place called Usfin Atelier in like Haymarket. It's like whenever you see like a really like egregiously cool person in Newtown with like a mullet that's like shaved at the side and has like crazy shit, that is from Usfin. And so you basically just go there and you're like, whoa, what
And
do
they
you,
choose.
how do you think I would look cool? And then they're just like, and they're all like Japanese and they barely speak English. And so like, yeah, it's awesome.
That's like something I dream is like a heaven where like you can trust someone and they make you look better than you walked in, and there's no real words and they know. I want you to know that that's like a Mecca that I haven't touched, and that every time I've tried to put in trust, it's always like I'm having a spiral and nothing. But to know that like maybe there's a place and it's worked for you, that's like really heartwarming.
Yeah, it's a beautiful, but they do that thing where they get your hair and then they do that and they like bring stuff like they just,
I love that.
They start framing
the science
your face.
of the hair, the like the face framing, the layer. They're like, you know, in the way that when people do eyebrows and they're like, so the trick is they get it's like a ruler from the corner, and you're like, wow, I didn't even know there was a science to like looking good.
I'm just hoping that, you know, God's perfect design is whatever he's given me is what I have, and that's my gift and my cross to bear. Actually, I was just thinking today, I was like, I need to get a lash lift.
Oh my gosh, you should.
I should.
I'm
need
a
to get a
huge
lash lift.
freak for lash lifts.
Okay, I've been getting a
never
lash
had
lift.
one.
I don't know if it's okay, this is getting like so it's like a beauty podcast, but like who cares? But I've just started getting them, and one, I'm like, hang on a minute, sometimes they're like weirdly bent, and two, like I don't know if it's worth it. Speak on your experience. To
Yeah, tell
lash
me more,
lifts.
and also tell me about the process, because I know like lash extensions are like, oh, you have to lie there and a lady like lightly touches your eye for 2 hours. And I'm like, cool, I'd rather be ugly. But I think the lift seems like less annoying to do, but it's probably could still.
Probably equally bad. I don't know. I like the place I go to is like somewhere in Newtown. I just found it by Googling, like it's just near me. And they do the thing where they like bend your eyelashes and then for like a month you look like a Cupid doll.
That
which
sounds
I actually
good.
like because
Yeah.
it's like you can, and then
I need
and
that.
then you have to start. Then they start dropping, and you're supposed to put like oil on them to make them grow longer. But I never do that.
I'm not going to do that bit.
Can I just like fearmonger for a single second?
Yes, please.
My mum is an optometrist, and so obviously lash serums are like the moment. Everyone's like talking about them. You need them for your lash health. My mum's like, you need to be careful because they can like infect your eyes. They can like stunt your. I don't know. I'm not gonna like speak words to like my smart mom, but like she has warned me off. So I like.
Well,
don't.
she's an optometrist.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
she's a doctor of the eyes.
That's right.
Or she's a measurer of the side of the eyes.
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
Yeah, so
I-
she scared me off them.
I heard that some lash serums can make like your eye skin thin and like wrinkled, which is way worse than having normal eyelashes, right?
Yeah. To have wrinkles?
Wrinkle, yeah.
Oh, but then it's what do you choose? Like a lash lift or what would you rather? No, would you rather? Sorry. What's that name again?
Would you rather
Would
be
you rather-
old with short eyelashes?
Yeah. Would you rather be old with long eyelashes or young with straight eyelashes? This is actually a great question.
This is a great. Would you rather?
And
actually.
young. I choose young, and I think everyone should.
But like I don't know. Part of me thinks like old and then just like sexy, because you can get old anyway. Like you can't stop time.
Well, I'm not. But I don't know. You don't want like these crusty, thin-skinned eyes with big, beautiful lashes. It's like, you know, can't put lipstick on a pig.
But you can put concealer on. Although I guess if you have like crusty, thin skin.
Oh my God.
I feel like every time my whole Instagram feed is just girls being like, if you want to stop having cakey concealer under your eyes, here's a hack. And I've done all of them and none of them work and they're all bullshit.
This is crazy. I literally wrote in my fucking phone because I was literally going to speak on this today.
Oh my God.
You said the word crusty and I was going to say, why is makeup? It can be crusty or wet. That's it. There's no in between. You either look like oily, greasy, sweaty or crusty. And like I'm always crusty.
Babe, no, like you're dewy or you're matte. Like
no, that's crusty or wet. Like that's, and I go to fucking Mecca. I went to Mecca, this bitch. I went to Mecca like literally. I didn't buy anything. I just go in there sometimes. And anyway, I went in and I was like, hey, like, you know, what's a good, like, I just want like a foundation that will like, you know, sink into my skin, not look like a crusty paste on top of it. And I know if you're like watching this video and you're thinking, Lauren, you look stunning. On camera, crusty is better. So you're better to be.
That's so true.
We were talking about being oily, like it just comes up so much on camera in a way that's really distracting.
Really bad.
I've really done my makeup for today because I knew, I was like, I've shot stuff here before and I was just like, I know.
You got to be coming crusty for the cam. Crusty for cam. That's a good rule of thumb. Crusty for cam. Wet for...
Wet for life.
Wet for life.
IRL.
Wet for, I wish there was a W word.
Yeah, wet for
whatever.
Wet for whatever else.
That's kind of good.
Yeah.
Wet for whatever.
Wet for whatever. That should be our OnlyFans.
Yes. Girls who like get horny and they're not too choosy about
It's just like ugly guys. And they're like, okay, wet for whatever.
Wait, so were you saying it's good to be crusty? You were trying to look for foundation.
I was trying, and then I was like,
for whatever, like for every day.
For every day, I'll just like, you know, ideally I wouldn't be crusty or wet, you know, but apparently that's the choice. But I was like, oh, you know, I get some like dry skin sometimes, and she was like, yeah, that's why it's really important to have good skincare.
Oh my gosh!
And I was like, I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna fucking kill you, bitch. Because you go to Mecca and then you think like, I'll just go to Mecca and I'll get like a few things to like, you know, reinvent my life. Because I'll get like 3, you know, I just want to kind of start over again. I don't have anything good. But then it's like, oh, this like brown eye pencil is $80. And I'm like, stop right there, babe. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
You've got to like, I'll spend $80, but we need to like, you know, not on a brown like, pencil. Like, it's got to be special.
Can I tell you just this happened?
It's got to be La Mer.
Yeah.
So true. Sometimes I'm like, I wonder if I'll ever have La Mer in my life.
I feel like I've gotten a sample like 2 or 3 times and I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good.
Right.
It's just fucking cream. And you go to the dermatologist, which I have once, because when I had crazy acne and stuff, and she was like, the only thing that's real is retinoid. I'll write you a prescription for it. You don't need to buy the bullshit. And obviously if you have like sensitive skin, you're better off using like a better one or like a more sensitive one. It's not better. It's just like more easily whatever. And she was like, and sunscreen. And then I was like, should I get like laser for my scars? And she was like, you can do this for your scars, but look, it'll take like 10 sessions and it'll take a really long time. And she said, the thing that works straight away is makeup. And I was like, you crazy bitch.
I love that though. It feels like a very realistic.
Yeah, because it's literally true. You can't like, so I got to go to Mecca and go tell that girl and be like,
go back.
Guess what? My skincare is fine, but my skin is just crusty, and that's, again, it's God's perfect design for me.
Lauren, I think your derm works for Mecca. She's like, don't get a microdermabrasion, don't get a laser, just go to Mecca.
She's like, serum concealer.
Can I tell you a recent Mecca moment?
Yes.
Mecca moment, M&M.
Non-sponsored.
I loved it. This feels like we're doing ads. Please pay us, please, Mecca.
No, but like obviously, right? You Mecca, you're like, oh, boo, or whatever, and like it's sucking our souls, it's taking our paychecks, and it's not good. But if you have the app or whatever, it's got that loyalty thing where anyone talks about is that free box.
Oh my gosh, Beauty Loop.
Beauty Loop.
I live and die by Beauty Loop.
Of course.
Unfortunately.
Like, that's the one, you know, it doesn't really add up in like probably what you're spending, what you're getting back, but we go nuts for it.
Can I say that's the one loyalty program in the world that I'm not on?
Sorry?
Obviously, I'm a huge My Mecca's rewards. But I don't do Beauty Loop because I don't buy heaps at Mecca. But then now...
But then you're automatically level 1 if you spend like $20.
Look, what I've been doing, and this is going to, you know, because I'm a good person, I'm a saint, actually, is then I went to Mecca the other day and I had to buy something that was not even cheap. And they said, do you have your Beauty Loop? And I was like, I'm not registered. I could register, but then I said, actually, let me give you my friend's phone number.
Oh, that's so
And
nice.
I gave them my friend's phone number, and she's a new mum, and she's out there, she's doing it. And so, hey guys, if you're not in the membership program, why don't you chuck someone else's number in there?
That's really
so
I didn't know you
nice.
could do
Pay
that.
it forward.
That's
You can do
awesome.
whatever you want.
That's so cool.
You've got to have their phone number. You can't actually. And Concetta, what's your phone number if you want to read it out for everyone to just pitch in?
It's like the opposite of like when I like what's that scam where like if you break up with like a shitty boyfriend or whatever and then you sign them up to like the
for
scam
spam.
website.
Yes.
It's like the opposite of
Yeah.
that where you're like signing your friend up to like get more beauty points.
Yeah, because it's like I don't want to waste a single point. Like if you buy something and don't give anyone the points, then you're just like basically giving them money.
That's so
and
true.
I don't want to give
Bullshit.
them anything.
That is so true. Well, what happened was, like, you know that recently in Sydney, everything's been like raining nonstop. And then there was that beautiful Saturday where I got up in the morning and it was sunny for like what felt like the first time in 1,000
Oh my
months.
gosh, it
And
was
my-
incredible
and I know
for
it's-
3 hours.
Right? It was
the best.
crazy. And I know it's basic to say, but it was like a depression sort of lifted a little bit. And I was like, wow, I can go outside. So imagine like walking outside. I'm only activated by the sun. It's sunny. I'm having a great day.
You're like
I
a
go,
plant.
I'm like a plant. And I'm
Yeah.
like actually like,
Chlorophyll.
wow. And then I was like getting a coffee, like an iced, we know that feeling, an iced freaking latte. You're a girl, you're walking around the street. It's like TikToks are dedicated to this like happy ritual. And then I look at my phone and it's like, girly pop, you've got a free gift from Mecca. What? I'm like, you sorry, what? So now I'm having a coffee. I'm walking into one of the world's most expensive stores and going, excuse me, I think I'm entitled to something free. And it's not a beauty loop. And this girl goes, oh, well, the Sunday Fridays one is like sold out. Obvi, FML.
Oh, yeah, it always goes first.
Always goes first.
The lip oil.
Yeah, all that shit went first, but they were like, but we do have this like serum that's like a tanning thing and a whatever. And I was like, honey, I'll take what you got. And I'm walking around with my Mecca bag and I'm like, la la, the sun's shining on me. I'm like, wow, I've got a free thing. This is unreal. I go into a bookstore, I go out all day, and then I realize I've gone home, I'm unpacking my bag, and then I'm like, where's that fucking Mecca bag?
No.
Where the fuck is the Mecca bag? I'm like,
lost
I've been
it.
out for 8 hours. I don't know where. I could have left it anywhere. And you know, girlies, you're like, as if someone's seen a Mecca bag and someone hasn't taken it. And like, it hurt more because it was free. I know that you're supposed to say if I paid money, like that would have been like worse. But I
Yeah.
actually think it's worse because it was free. And I'm like,
It's from an expensive store as
yes!
well.
And
your
I used that
reward.
one free reward. I can't say, whoops, it stole it. They'll be like, no, girl.
You should try that.
What do you mean?
Like, you should be like, hey, this is so embarrassing, but my ADHD ass like left
It was
the
medical.
thing somewhere.
It was for a medical reason.
And then you should do that at every single Mecca in Sydney until you've got like 10 bottles of tanner or whatever.
I was gonna be like, there's no way, but coming from impish Nina Oyama, who make lies, I'm like, okay, I actually will try that. But you're not gonna believe this. So I just called back one store I remembered going to, the bookstore, and I was like, hey, this is crazy, but did anyone leave a Mecca bag? And they were actually so nice. They were like, hang on, we'll take your number, la la la. I finished the next day at work and I get a call. They've got it. It was left in the bathroom on the back of the door. Mummy got her free.
Oh my God.
I just want to share that.
Of course, you
It was
forgot it
unreal.
after blowing up the toilet in the bookstore. They're like, and there was also some other stuff left in the toilet cubicle that, yeah, you need to come in here because it's sort of not okay.
And it was so funny when I went back in, it was a guy at the counter and I was just saying how grateful I was and thank you. And he was like, yeah, I saw Mecca. And I went, that's a big, he knew as a straight guy to be like, wow, that's a big deal for you guys, right? That's expensive. And I was
really
like,
important to us.
and he was like, that's even more. Anyways, it was great.
Who is that man? We should give out his phone number to any like
Yes.
single girlies. Any guy that knows what Mecca is like, yeah.
one of the good ones.
One of the- yeah, you need to.
We
you need to sign
we
up for
should
that.
give his number to Mecca for Beauty Loop, and we all do it. We build it up for years and years, and then he's a level 10 or something, and then we set him up on a date with someone.
Yeah, and we're like, this guy, he's got
This guy.
100 Mecca loop points.
He's got so many Beauty Loop points. I wanted to throw in, we often do a fuck watch at the end, but I've just
fuck watch?
I'm going to explain it.
Yeah.
But I just thought I wanted to get into this one because it's relevant.
We hope you're kind of wet for whatever.
Wet for whatever. Yeah. But
Wet for Mecca, I think.
we play this game called Fuck Watch, and so it's kind of like like Fuck, Marry, Kill or something, but it's Fuck Watch. So we name two people, and one of them you're fucking, and the other one is like in the room watching or participating in some other way.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
okay.
it's like a more intense fuck, marry, kill. And
I like there's only 2 options.
Totally. And the disclaimer is like, yeah, you really should think about the person who's watching and what they're doing and how they're adding to it. You can't just say, I'm fucking this and I don't care what the other person... No. I sort of just...
That person's like in your vision.
No,
your
they're
line
doing
of sight.
something.
They're doing something.
It's not just,
And
I
that's
want to fuck this
impacting
one.
you.
Yeah, it should be impacting the experience.
Absolutely. And like also we do it with people.
Like negatively or like...
No, positive.
Positive,
Could be dirty.
enhancing.
Could be like they're like... What was our first example with animals? We would
Spider
do
and a snake.
Spider and a snake.
Yeah.
That's so stressful.
Yeah.
It is. Or we've done, gloves and scarves. But also
Okay.
we've done real people and spoken about them in that way. And this one is real people because it's relevant. And I thought it would be fun to do fuck watch Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce.
Oh, hell yeah.
What do you think about that? And I was thinking about it on the drive over here. And I think I have my answer. But
Okay.
do you want to...
I feel like, should you go first, Nina?
Yeah.
Should I go
What's your
first?
impulse?
I literally have just been listening to the Taylor Swift, like Travis Kelce, was it New Heights? The Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
When she was on his podcast.
The
Yeah.
2-hour like reveal of the
Yes,
album.
What's
the
it
one
like?
from 2 weeks ago.
Can you
'cause
do an
I'm
impression
really
of
up to date.
10 seconds of it?
I don't know, like Taylor Swift is like, she's really into baking bread. So she'd be like, yeah, I'm just really like into sourdoughs and like all this stuff. And then he's like, yeah, you're so good at it, babe. You're so good. You're so good at making sourdoughs. And she's like, he's good too. He's good too. And he's like, no, babe, you're the best. You're the fucking best at making sourdoughs. And it's just like
That's
the
awesome.
whole time it's like her being like, yeah, so like when I do the Eras tour, I have to like prepare my body for 3 hours of performing. And he's like, yeah, she's like an athlete. She's like more of an athlete than me. Like I'm such a piece of shit compared to her. And she's like, babe, no, like we're the same. And it's just like, it's so, I don't know how to describe it. It's like sycophantic or something.
Perfect.
Wow, yeah, he's like sounds like a hype boyfie. Can I ask, like, what is your like take on their relationship, and what's your relationship to Taylor Swift? Are you like a Swiftie? Do you not give a shit?
Gosh, I am a Swiftie.
What?
I know. I feel like
That's so
I
cool.
shouldn't be, but I was
Swiftie
like
reveal.
anti her for so long, and then I heard the rumors that she was like a lesbian, and then I started like I was like in lesbian relationships, and like we would listen to Taylor Swift together, and so there was like one relationship where we like the Red album came out, and then we were like listening. We were like listening to that together, and then I was in another lesbian relationship, and like our songs were like Folklore and Evermore albums.
Wow.
And so then I was like, Taylor Swift is gay because when I'm gay, I listen to Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
and
it's
then-
obvious logic.
Yeah, so because of the Carly Kloss stuff. So then after that, I was like closeted lesbian, blah blah blah, and then I was like a Swiftie by accident.
That's what an awesome like entry into the law. So
But
then, what
she's
do you think of that
bi
relationship? She's bi. Is she
she's
a fish bi?
She doesn't come out as anything.
Yeah,
okay.
But also, you never know. It's 2025. Who's
Yeah.
not? Bloody have a go at it, you know?
Imagine if she came out though. Like that could still.
Yeah.
It can still happen, I think. But it's crazy because I went to the gala forums, of which I'm already a member, on Reddit, and I thought everyone would be like, fuck Taylor Swift, like, she's like lying to us, blah, blah, blah. But actually everyone was like, no, this is really good. Like, this is what happens when you get out of like a really chaotic, toxic relationship, is that you end up with like a man who's really nice. What do they call it? Golden Retriever boyfriend?
Yeah.
And they're just like, oh, this is toxic X to Golden Retriever boyfriend bi girl pipeline.
This is
And I was like,
unreal.
I've done that. I feel like I went
Yeah.
from toxic, chaotic relationship to like, golden retriever boyfriend.
Yeah, Travis.
That is
very
so
wholesome.
cool. So
Wow.
yeah, I guess we should also I love hearing people talk about Taylor stuff. I really don't know anything about her and the life, but I love. But my producer at Triple J, she's like, the announcement of the engagement came today, and she's the biggest Taylor fan. Like, could like do an essay on it or whatever.
Wow.
And we
Yeah.
got her on air to talk about it. She said she'd been getting texts and emails and messages from friends and family like it was her wedding day. And I was like, I'm so happy to
People
hear about
reaching
it.
out.
Yeah. And when you talk about the Carly Kloss, I'm like, I don't know what you're referencing, but I can't wait to
Oh,
yeah.
find out. Like, I love how deep this love goes for this.
It's like epic lore.
Yeah.
Wait, can I tell you about the lore?
Yes.
Like, allegedly, like
Do you
all
know all
this.
this? I actually.
I like vaguely know, like I know that like, but you will have more detail on things. Like I know that it's like they were best friends and then they fell out, and then people are like, well, were they just best friends?
Yeah. Oh, what's going on there?
Yeah.
So there was like one thing you need to know about Carly Kloss is that she looks exactly the same as Taylor Swift. They have the same face. They're both tall. They're both like lanky model girlies. They look exactly the same. Like if you put them side by side, I reckon most people wouldn't be able to tell the difference. But anyway, yeah, they became...
And that's obviously the sexual fantasy is to
so
just
you
have
get
sex
like,
with yourself.
Yeah, I meant fuck watch yourself and yourself, right?
Oh my God.
Just kidding, I would rather die than enjoy someone's sex. Yeah, no thank you. But yeah, so basically like they were best friends and then someone spotted them. They were like hanging out all the time and then someone spotted them kissing at a concert. And there's
Were they actually spotted? Is there a photo?
There's a photo, but it's really blurry and they could just sort of be leaning against each other.
It's like a Bigfoot photo.
They're like, it was moving.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it is like a Bigfoot photo. Like it's blurry in all the right places. And everyone's like, they were fucking kissing, blah, 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 blah. But here's the thing. So do you remember like the 2016 election, how Taylor Swift didn't endorse Hillary Clinton? And it was a huge thing. Like I didn't like her after that because I was like, this bitch fucking like could have saved the election. And the reason allegedly is because Carly Kloss is married to Jared Kushner, who was in the Trump administration.
That's what I was going to say. Isn't Carly Kloss married to like a crazy
Republican, and he's in the Trump administration, so like Taylor Swift can't come out against her girlfriend's husband. So it was like all this political stuff went down. Anyway, then like Trump won the election and then I think they broke up and Taylor Swift wrote 2 breakup albums about Carly Kloss allegedly, which is Folklore and Evermore, and you know that they're like lesbian albums because they're really slow, and Phoebe Bridgers is on one of the tracks and Bon Iver wrote one of the tracks, and it's like it's about this love triangle between like 2 guys and a girl or something, and people are like, oh, that's Joe Alwyn and Carly Kloss and Taylor Swift, and there's like this fictional trio at play.
This is unreal. I feel like my heart is like beating really fast. Like,
it's like actually so intense. Like if you go and listen to it, like what's that one where she's like, it's a story about like this girl who has in love with this
like
guy,
Betty or something.
Yes, where she's like, if I showed up at your party, would you have me? Would you want me? And it's like that's like Taylor Swift basically. People have put this like thing on her where they're like, that's Taylor Swift basically being like, if I like made this big declaration of love to Carly Kloss, like would she still want me? Like would she have me back?
But that's the thing with Taylor Swift is that like I think it's like it goes 2 ways. Like she is always like dropping little hints at things and like making up little codes and stuff with the numbers and the colors. But also I
think she's autistic.
Yeah.
Is that sorry? Is that bad to be like Taylor Swift? After listening to the podcast, I'm like,
no, we can say that.
She's like 100%.
We would say that.
She's like, the number 13.
No, we diagnose people on this pod. Let's say that. I think, and Travis Kelce has some other kind of learning disability, obviously.
He's giving like, what is it, beautiful busty and bonked on the head.
He's dyslexic or something. Yeah. Have you seen that tweet that he did that was like,
I love
OMG,
squirrel.
I gave a squirrel a piece of bread. I didn't know squirrel eat bread like that. He's
and
awesome.
It's like #crushed it.
Yeah. He's just a guy.
Actually, have you seen those pictures of him? The one styled by Law Roach for GQ? It's like him in the swamp, like holding an alligator with a big furry hat on.
Wow, it sounds awesome.
It's just like, awesome. Of course, a big dumb hunk. He's just a big dumb
He's a big dumb
guy.
And my producer was saying, she's like, well, Taylor's probably going to have to like nurse him for his CTE when he's like older.
Yeah.
And she's like, and that kind of seems
She
nice.
will. She'll write songs about it. It'll be like, just because you don't remember my face doesn't mean anything. And can I say as well, can I address that I had a message and several people pointed out now that I have sung on every episode.
And she's got a good
BNT.
voice. She got a letter.
And I was driving here on the way and I wanted to bring up this Travis and Taylor, and I said, well, I know I'm going to sing if I bring up Travis and Taylor. Because we still haven't answered the question is fuck watch Travis and Taylor.
Which brings us there.
Which brings me there, which is, I think my answer is, well, like the thing is, okay, so then, and this is good for Nina to understand the game, is if you fucked Taylor, then you think about what Travis is going to do. I think Travis would just be having a good time. He'd be like, that's awesome, babe. Fuck, this is sick. Yeah. And if you fucked Travis, then I assume Taylor would sing a song. But I think
she would go insane.
About betrayal, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Like, I think she would go full psycho.
It would.
You know, don't think you can just fuck Taylor Swift's man, Lauren. Like,
it would.
I actually think that's dangerous. I think that's like a hazard to your health.
Bad blood era. camera.
Yeah.
Lena Dunham would be there.
Yeah.
Like the film clip.
As Lucky Fiore.
Yeah.
Dude,
with
they
a
did
cigar.
Lena Dunham so dirty. Like, every single person in the Bad Blood video, do you remember when Taylor Swift was like bringing out all her friends? And they were like, she was like, friendship, girl squad, here's all my friends, they're beautiful models. And it's like Zendaya, like Selena Gomez,
Carly
Kloss. And then she brings out Lena Dunham, and for some reason, like, oh yeah, everybody else is dressed like a model, like full Victoria's Secret, like wings and shit. And then Lena Dunham comes out and she's dressed in like drama blacks. Like she's wearing like a black.
It's like a scoop neck.
Scoop neck. It's
it's
the neck. And then she's wearing like black leggings.
Scoop neck. I knew that would hit you. I knew that you'd react to that.
The word is disgusting. Scoop neck.
And it's not
look hot in a scoop
like
neck.
a scoop neck. Like you can have a really wide cut scoop that is like it's intentional, but like just like I'm talking like a Kmart $6, like not Kmart on a hanger. Like I'm at Kmart on a hanger, but like when the tops are folded up on the table at Kmart, those ones, that kind of scoop.
Oh God,
it's
nightmare.
So sad.
So like she comes out. Yeah, do people cheer less or something? Is there like a clip
no? Everyone's cheering like normal, but it's just like nobody told Lena Dunham to wear her like Victoria's Secret angel ball gown that day, and so she looked like she just came from like set managing like a community theater play, and she's like there and she's like, hey guys, and everyone else is like 10 billion inches taller than her, being like waving, and she's like.
I would
like
be
all the
so
pictures.
pissed off. Wouldn't you be mortified?
It's exactly, that reminds me exactly of when I was filming Kevin's pilot for Fresh Blood. Our friend Kevin made a pilot on Fresh Blood called Westerners. You can watch it on Ivy. You can also watch the one that Nina directed.
Oh yeah.
Called Irvy Goes to an All-Girls School.
So good.
You can't watch the pilot that I got commissioned as part of that because a man stole all the money. Anyway, but no, I was doing that pilot and we were playing these characters, and Danielle was like a witch who had to be painted green, and I was like a peasant girl. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
How did you decide who got to be the witch and who got to be the peasant girl?
I think they actually decided, but then I was very grateful that I wasn't going to be the witch because I had like acne at the time, and so I was like, you're not putting grease paint on my skin, queen.
But, like, arguably that would have looked like more witchy because you would have had like natural witchy books.
Exactly, but just you wait and hear this. Is because we get there, hours early for makeup, and this makeup artist is doing Danielle's makeup as a witch, and it's green, but like she wasn't just like painting her green, okay? She was doing like drag contour green, like, and when I tell you that, and Danielle would say this too, she had never looked more beautiful than when she was painted green. Like she was in like full contour, like glamorous green like it was amazing. Like her face was beat, and this like, and the makeup artist was like having a lot of fun with it, which is great. She's like taking her time, and I'm sort of like
she's feeling creatively fulfilled.
Literally,
she's connecting with Danielle.
And Danielle's like having a good time, and like she's the fun one, and I'm there, and I'm like, I've actually brought my own products because I had to put them all in a website to see if they were acne safe, and so if you could just use my products on my face, and the makeup artist
tinfoil hat as well.
Literally, she's like doesn't believe me. She's holding it, and because it's Maybelline, she's like, oh, I can't believe this is acne safe, and I'm like, I'm gonna kill you.
She's like, it's not from Mecca.
Literally, yeah. She calls the girl from Mecca, and she's like, yeah, she doesn't have good skincare. Anyway, so then Danielle is like looking incredibly beautiful, and then she starts putting like deliberate, like careful beachy waves in Danielle's hair the whole time. I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, okay, we've got to be on set in 20 minutes. No one has even touched me. I would have done my own hair. I would have done my own makeup, but I did. And then I was just like, and then the girl comes up and she's like, well, your hair looks really nice already. So, and I was like, yeah, my hair looks nice because I have nice hair. Yep. But if you put some curls in it, it would look nicer. And then she just literally just like put some makeup like over my crusty makeup. I'm crusty. And then she got oil, and she like put oil in my freaking fringe. And so that's, I can't even remember how we got here, but that situation. Yeah, I was Lena Dunham in Bad Blood on stage.
She did you so dirty, that makeup artist.
Literally did me, and like you'll see me for 1 second in the pilot and you'll go, Lauren actually looks fine, but I need you to know. And then Danielle was like getting her life because I was so clearly stressed out, but like I cannot hide my true feelings. And so I was like, yeah, actually, sorry, just with my eyebrows, do you mind if I can just do them just because they're downward sloping at the moment? Like you need to kind of just fill out the side a bit more. And Danielle's just like killing herself laughing because I'm being so fucking rude.
That sounds like a Shakespearean story of like tragedy for like a girl. Do you know what I mean?
To be ugly on camera.
Dude, but it's such a thing. I think if you have like an unconventional face, makeup artists, they don't notice, but they make you feel fucking bad. Like
oh my God.
makeup, I find it like I have perfected it to like a T, to the point where like if a makeup artist is like, what do you want? I'm like, I want this, this, and this. I'm doing my own wing. I'm doing my own this. And if they're like, oh, I'll do it, I'm like, okay. And then I let them do it and they fail and then I do it and it's perfect. And it's
They
just
can't
like,
do it.
literally I just like come in and I'm just like,
That's
because I can't look bad on camera
Right?
anymore. I
No,
looked bad on camera
you
for so long.
There's a line. Lauren is the person that I talk to about this all the time.
It's hard because Concetta has like the same struggle, and like it's hard when you have to get makeup done by people and you got to like be polite, but also you have like your own preferences and stuff. And then also I think like Concetta, you are very particular with things.
Oh yeah.
But I'm also like, you have a right to be particular with your face, you know. But
Totally. I'm like, I do it
your
better.
method?
I do it better than you, and of course I would. And I'm like, no one cares how you look or feel at the end of the day. And I'm like,
except
well,
for you.
Exactly. I'm like, I will do a better job. I care that I don't want to feel disgusting and ugly and not like myself going on camera. And I said this to Lauren. I was like, I can't remember who told me, but someone said that Kitty Flanagan is like, no one touches her hair. She does it herself. She does parts of her makeup by herself. Doesn't care what that means to anyone. And I'm like, yeah, you should be able to. If you don't have someone in your corner who knows exactly what to do, I just reckon there's a level where you go, no, I'm going to sort it.
Yeah.
And why should that be an issue?
Yeah.
Like,
and if they're like resistant, they're usually not that good at makeup. That's sort of what I found is like every time I just let someone do it themselves, they always like do some fucked thing. And I'm like, no, dude. Like, but yeah.
My worst story was I had someone put on lashes and they looked like, you know how normally fake lashes graduate where they go from short to long and that's what looks natural. It was like they went short immediately to long crazy, and I was like, oh, these don't look right. They look too long. And instead of like changing them, or I think because I always like strip because then it's controlled, but people really like individual. I think they can look more natural, but
dude, individual lashes are fucked.
But they're fucked.
They don't look good. They look like your eyelashes are like big. You look like the crazy
short
frog.
to insanely long, and I went, these are too long, thinking that maybe she'd take them off, reapply difference. She got out scissors and chopped the lashes, and my own eyelashes got chopped.
No,
I have photos of blush like as bright pink as like the Barbie logo strips on my cheek, and I was on camera being like, no one said anything to me. I had to run to the bathroom and do it. And so it's just like, what that Ellie, that's crazy. All I want to say on that.
And they look at you like you're crazy.
They make you feel insane. The worst one is when like they've clearly been doing makeup for like the last 30 years and haven't like updated any of their like makeup practices. So like now I feel like makeup it's so fluid. Like you know, there was like the Anastasia Beverly Hills contours, and then suddenly there was like dewy skin, and then suddenly there was like highlighter placement, and now it's like blush.
Yep.
But like the people often that do our makeup for like panel shows, I want to say, not all of them. Some of them are really, really great, but some of them are just doing like your 80s like newsreader, like the blush is all the way down here. I've never had so many people put blush on my jowls. I'm like, I look like a dog. You know those dogs are like I look like that when after I'm done with these people.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I don't want it to be minimized to be like, it doesn't matter. It matters. I'm on TV. This is
I'm hot.
No,
and you're making me not hot.
Absolutely. I'm like, I just don't understand.
Yeah.
Anyways, sorry, we haven't even fucked watched. Like, we need to go back to
answer the question,
and gossip.
and then I want gossip.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what is your answer to who are you fucking
Taylor
out of
Travis.
Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift?
Okay, I think for my own safety, I'm gonna fuck Taylor just because I'm scared of what would happen if I fucked Travis. Like, I think she would be in the corner. I think she would have a knife and maybe like a lawyer. I don't know. I feel like she's very litigious.
That's awesome. Going for your safety and you legally. Like,
she would have like 2 ninjas ready to kill me as soon as I like dismounted him. Because I'm on top. I'm on top of Travis Kelce, obviously.
He would crush you.
Yeah, he would crush my tiny little bird body.
He's so strong.
But I think the other thing is like, I want to fuck Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
like,
I think it would be really
dude,
good.
as if you wouldn't want to like fuck Taylor Swift, like,
of course.
she just, I don't know. I want to climb her like a tree, you know? Like,
what's Travis doing in amongst this? Is he what you pictured Lauren doing, of like he's like verbally celebrating you? Do you think he's like, I don't know.
I think he's cheering on Taylor. I think he's like, babe, you're so good at sex. He's like, babe, you eat pussy so good. And I'm like, am I here? And he's like, oh, I don't know who you are.
I can't speak to you.
He's like, I just see Taylor right now. But he's just cheering her on. He's like, yeah, make her come. Yeah, woo. He's got like flags and shit.
Yeah, that's it.
He's like a cheerleader.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's a footballer. So that's like the only way they know how to encourage.
one of the ultimate fuck watchers, I would say. Yeah. Now, Nina, darling, this is gossip time where you've got some gossip for us. So what do you have?
Okay, so I have the story I have brought in for show and tell today.
I'm so excited.
The story of how Better Man, the movie,
Robbie Williams,
one of my favorite
monkey biopic.
Really?
We love it.
Yeah,
we support.
Big
I like
Robbie stan.
Love Robbie. Love monkeys. Love monkey movies. Like I'm a big fan of The Ape's Head.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah, heard about mine. It's getting around that I feel strongly about these films.
I feel like every time I look at your Instagram, it's like, guys,
oh my god,
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is actually good. And I'm like, where, like,
seriously,
who are you coming up against? Like,
yeah,
you know, just the world. Really.
A few people, because I would actually say that Dawn is the weakest of the
Dawn's a she/her.
What's it? Yeah, you know, of the trilogy. Is it trilogy? I guess it was the fourth one now. Anyway, I can't get into it.
And I still haven't seen them.
Oh,
and I thought about.
I was gonna say there's like.
See, that's what I'm
just
against.
A moment.
That's who I'm up against.
Ignorance.
Yeah,
you should see the original one because it blew my mind. There's like a moment where I was watching it and then I was like, what the fuck? And it like changed my whole life. So I think you need to.
Okay, so getting into Better Man, you've got Better Man Goss?
I've got Better Man Goss. And this is like all allegedly. So basically like last year, I think I went to like 3 different industry parties and like 3 different people told me the story in various stages of drunkenness. Okay. So this is like drunk history for unverified gossip.
Yeah.
I just wanted to, like, that's a caveat.
Hit a gold mine. This is awesome.
So that means that it's all alleged, okay? Because this is drunk. It's not whatever.
Yeah, it's like been embellished by people. We don't know. We don't know what the truth is.
Yeah.
But this is what the word on the street, the Australian film industry grapevine.
Absolutely.
So you guys know The Greatest Showman, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we think of The Greatest Showman?
I'm sorry, I haven't seen it.
I actually haven't seen it either.
You guys suck. It's the best film that's ever made.
Is that the one with Hugh Jackman?
Hugh Jackman, and he plays P.T. Barnum, and he like he's like gets these freaks together and like turns them into a show in New York.
Does it have that song that Pink on Smooth FM?
Yes,
it's all
so raise your glass if you are young.
Yeah, I wish.
No, but that is the sentiment of the movie, which is like, if you're different, you should be celebrated.
Dirty little freaks.
Yeah. What's the bit in that where she's like, all right, my glass is empty? It's like, she's like, you know, she says something that's like,
I know,
my glass is empty.
It's part of what makes it, fuck. Like, there's so many ad-lib moments.
Yeah.
And then she's like,
too cool for school.
And you're treated like a fool. Okay. It goes so hard. No, there is a Pink song. So basically, I think like 5 of those songs made it into like top 40 regular rotation.
Is
like,
Pink in the movie?
No.
Okay.
She sings Zendaya's part. But Zendaya has pink hair in the movie.
Wait.
So
Zendaya like lip syncs Pink.
No, Zendaya sings her version in Lauren.
Okay,
fuck,
I'm sorry.
Not getting about this. Zendaya, who has pink hair in the film, is a trapeze artist and falls in love with Zac Efron. Interracial relationship.
Wow.
Pretty red hot in the 1920s.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is like, it's all about rights.
And Zendaya sings in the film, and she has pink hair, but on the official soundtrack versions, Pink sings the song.
Got it. And it's Rewrite the Stars.
Okay.
So they're like, she's like, if I could rewrite the stars, like, we'd be able to be in love, but I'm like an African-American trapeze artist and you're like a rich white boy who produces theater. Like, it can never happen. And then they're like doing trapeze at the same time.
Cool.
So like,
I'm gonna see this.
they're like doing all their trapeze stuff and then they nearly kiss and then she like drops him.
Wow.
And he falls on the ground and he's like,
Does he die? Falls to his death.
Yeah. Well, spoiler alert. No,
Rewrite.
he doesn't. It's all like a beautiful metaphor, but it's really well done.
Okay.
But yeah, it's famous. The biggest one I think is the one that's like, "This Is Me," where it's like,
Yeah.
Here I come. That one.
Gonna shine,
Let me down. Or whatever. Yeah.
Awesome. Now we've all sung on this episode.
I've been bruised. Yeah. See, you know the songs.
I know it, yeah.
So The Greatest Showman was Michael Gracie, the director of Better Man's first big budget massive film. I think before this, maybe in like the mid-2000s, he kind of rose to prominence as a music video director and also directing like high budget ads.
And also famously wears a quirky hat always.
He does.
If you look him up, he wears a hat.
And it looks like he's bald under that hat, Not so. He has long, luscious tresses of brown hair.
He's a hat lover, so that's like for the love of the game, not to hide the baldness. That's my kind of guy.
That's so hot. That's sexy.
Yeah. Like, imagine, like,
don't need that.
Hooking up with someone you thought is bald, and then they take off their hat and just like Fabio, like hair oil, like Mecca, like
you'd be like, I hit the jackpot.
Yeah, you'd be like, fuck,
you crazy bastard.
Anyway, so he's like a young upstart, and he, I think, like, options right for this script called The Greatest Showman. They get these two composers called Pasek and Paul, who are like young Broadway composers that no one's ever heard of, and they've got these songs, and they create this like thing, and then they attach Hugh Jackman, and it's like a really exciting time for Michael Gracie because like this is his first like major big budget thing, and once they have Hugh Jackman attached, that's the big
we're on here.
Yeah,
we've got a star.
We've got a star, we've got money, like with Hugh Jackman attached, like that's like financiers coming through the walls. They're like, we want to be part of your film. Like everything's easier when you have Hugh Jackman attached. So he's like got Hugh Jackman, he's got Pasek and Paul, and then Hugh Jackman's like so stoked about working on The Greatest Showman that he has a listening party with all of his rich and famous friends, and he's like, listen to all these awesome songs, listen to Rewrite the Stars, listen to This Is Me. And he shows them to all his famous friends, and they are all like, these songs suck. Ooh. This movie is gonna bomb. I don't know why you're bothering like investing in this like random guy, Michael Gracie.
Who is this guy? Yeah.
Yeah, who the fuck is this guy?
So the celebs were haters.
The celebs were haters, and apparently the main celeb hater was Baz Luhrmann. Yeah. Like allegedly.
Now he says he loves the song.
Before you told me it was this Michael Gracie guy, I was like, oh, that's a Baz Luhrmann movie, right? The Greatest Showman.
Yeah.
In my head, I go, a sort of showman-y person, big budget, sounds like, and Aussie's in it. I was like, you're about to say Baz Luhrmann. And then you say it's another guy. Yeah. Could there be some sort of like...
There is a fear in recognition, and we are most critical of what we see ourselves in.
Whoa.
And
so I that's
believe
like Baz Luhrmann, like real recognized real was like, I have to cut this, this poppy down.
Well, yeah, it could be Tall Poppy. It could be, he saw some of that, but also perhaps it was this, I am brave, I am me, that was holding a mirror to him, and that made him uncomfortable. And that's, and
like
it's
all good art does.
Like all good art does.
Yeah. Wait, so you did it anyway?
So anyway, well, this is the story.
More. Okay.
He was like, fuck you guys.
Yeah, so Baz Luhrmann's like, this is trash. And Hugh's like, damn, like, maybe it is trash. Maybe I'll pull out of the project. So he pulls out of The Greatest Showman. Yeah, I know. And Michael Gracie's like, what the hell, man? Like, we had a... And then he's like, we can't say that. That's Hugh Jackman, So he's like, how do I get Hugh back on board? And then he, like, goes through all the conversations that he had with Hugh Jackman, like, in his mind. And he remembers a time when Hugh Jackman said that when he's on stage, he pretends that he's Robbie Williams. And Hugh Jackman's performance idol is Robbie Williams.
Yeah, I'd heard that.
Yeah.
I knew that.
It's like his favorite person.
Are you fucking joking? Oh my God.
Yeah. No, like 100%. Like when Hugh Jackman's like doing the music, man, like in the back of his brain, he's like, I don't want to ride.
Because he is the greatest showman. Robbie Williams is the greatest showman.
He is.
True.
Okay, fuck me
Obviously.
dead. I'm in hysterics. Please keep going. This is like one of the great stories.
So Michael Gracie's like, I've got to track down Robbie Williams and I've got to get Robbie Williams to tell Hugh Jackman to do this
that it's
movie,
good. Yeah.
that it's good. So he figures out, I think he like finds like it's like his wife's best friend's manager's lawyer, like there's like 6 degrees of separation, and he gets onto Robbie Williams's agents, and Robbie Williams's agent is like, yeah, sure, like come to LA, like we'll set up a meeting. And Michael Grace is like, hell yes. And so he like gets on a flight, goes to LA, like rocks up to Robbie Williams' door at the meeting time, and Robbie Williams is like, so who the fuck are you? And Michael Gracie's like, I'm here because of, like, you're my wife's cousin's agent. Yeah.
He bought this? I didn't even fucking know. I don't read my email. Can't read it.
Yeah. So why are you?
Come in, mate. Have a cup of tea, I guess.
Trying to show you governor. And so he just like fully rebuffs Michael Gracie, even though Michael Gracie is friends with his wife's cousins, blah 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 blah.
Even
blah,
though,
blah, like, even though I know.
Can I say I'm not even Robbie Williams? And if this random man in a hat came to my door and said, "Hey, I'm friends with your cousin's wife's grandfather,"
I'd be like, "Sure you are, babe."
I'd be like, "No, thank you." Close the door. That would be me.
Well, that's what Robbie did. That's something that you and Robbie have in common.
We've got a lot in common.
You and Robert.
We're fantastic performers.
So anyway, basically Robbie Williams doesn't take the meeting.
Yeah.
And Michael Gracie's like at a loss. So what he does every day, he like drives up to Robbie Williams' compound and just presses the buzzer. Like he's just like bzz, 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 bzz. And after like 3 days of just like bzz, 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 and no reply, Robbie Williams is like, fuck, fine. I'll do a meeting with you. We'll go to a studio. You've got 1 hour and that's it. And then I never want to see you again. And Michael Gracie is like, okay. So he gets into the studio with Robbie Williams and it's like things are tense.
He's in the stew. He's in this stew.
He's in the studio.
The big natural dance signs are mine.
Big natural dance. Yeah. Robbie Williams flew to Sydney.
Yeah, Taylor Swift's fucking in the corner. Yeah. It's crazy. But then he's in the studio with Robbie Williams. Tensions are high. And then Robbie Williams is like, so what have you got for me? And Michael Gracie plays The Greatest Showman demo tracks. And Robbie Williams, his like mind is like blowing. He like starts crying. He's like, God. I love these songs. He's like, this show is incredible. And he's like, dude, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll be the greatest showman.
What?
Yeah, he's like, that's what you're asking me. You're asking me to be the greatest showman? Like, I'll do it. I'll be the greatest showman. And Michael Gracie's like, oh, that's not okay.
He should have done it. He should have gone, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I think the exact words that I've heard parroted back by drunk people were, I would give an arm and a leg to be part of this fucking production. And so Michael Gracie's like, shit, sorry, dude, but like, I don't want you to be the greatest showman. And Robbie's like, what? And he's like, I actually, Hugh Jackman was originally attached and you're his hero. And Robbie Williams like, give me your phone right now. And he puts it on camera and he like does a selfie video and he's like, hey Hugh, this is Robbie Williams. You're a fucking idiot if you don't sign up to do The Greatest Showman. And then sends it.
And can I say, all of this could have been avoided if Robbie Williams was on Cameo. And he could have just actually commissioned a cameo.
Well, what's so amazing about that is like, yeah, I'm like us people, when we think about, to get someone, you go to Cameo. The story of what, when we're talking high Hollywood, of someone literally exhausting every connection they can think of. Then it's getting on a plane. Then it's multiple presses just to get, like, it's unreal. It's unfathomable. And I would love to be wanted that much, to be pursued that much.
Yeah. And not even, like, to get the role, like, just to make a video to get, like, the blessing of someone.
That, to chase something so hard, like you said, it's that cursory thing that leads to whatever. That is unreal. And then, am I crazy, but does that not sow a seed of their connection for then Better Man?
Well, so then Michael Gracie was like, thank you, Robbie Williams. I'm forever indebted to you. I will do anything. I will make a movie about your life. If The Greatest Showman does well, which it does, it's like the highest grossing musical, live action musical. It like goes gangbusters. And so it's like, time to Godfather, repay me the favor, And so Michael Gracie makes Better Man for Robbie Williams as a thank you. And it costs $140 million to make. And it's a box office bomb.
And it's
but it's beloved.
And he hosts New Year's Eve in Australia to promote it, and I meet him and hug him. Is that not the craziest?
That's incredible.
There's no degrees of separation between anything in the whole world now.
Yeah, like if we need a favor for Robbie Williams, we just call you, Chad, right?
That's like unreal. That has to be real. I mean, sorry, it's alleged.
Allegedly,
that's you. I guess I want to say I want that to be real so bad.
Same.
I also think it's crazy though, and it's a bummer. Like, because then the movie being so successful was like proof in the pudding. I think it's a bummer that Hugh like loved it, and then some of his friends were like, "No, that's lame," and then he like went off it.
And Baz Luhrmann, like, how bad would you feel if you were like Baz Luhrmann? You're like, this is going to be terrible, and then like it was the biggest movie in like musical history. Like, that's incredible. My other favorite Greatest Showman fact, or this is like Greatest Showman related rather than Better Man, but have you seen the video of like Hugh Jackman he had like a vocal operation and he was on vocal rest because like they like cut up his vocal cords and did some like crazy shit or whatever. So actually, like, during the pitches for the musical, when they were performing in front of the financiers, Hugh Jackman couldn't sing. Like, he just wasn't allowed to because of, like, doctor's orders, and his voice wasn't ready.
Did they get Robbie?
They did not get Robbie. They got random people in New York.
Damn.
But if you watch this video, what happens is, like, they've sung a bunch of the songs, and then it's, like, the final song, which is called From Now On, I think. Or it's, like, the bit where he, like, gets everyone together. And there's this moment where, like, Hugh Jackman's just, like, sitting there, and you can just tell, like, he really wants to sing. And then it gets to the chorus, and he jumps on the table, and he just starts belting out the song.
Hugh, no.
And it's, like, everybody, like, watches, and they're like, no, Hugh. But then they're, like, crying, and, like, everybody's, like, crying because Hugh Jackman, you know, he went off vocal rest so that he could, like, perform this one song.
That is literally me when I'm banned from singing on this podcast. And then I hold it in for episodes and episodes. And then someone talks about Lana Del Rey or something, and there's a perfect parody, and it's sitting there, and I go, I am brave. And I get on the table. Wow.
Yeah.
Vocal
so
rest.
that's my gossip.
I love that.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm so speechless. I think that was so well told and so powerful and so interesting. And it's so sad that Better Man flopped because, like, we haven't said this, but I thought it was an amazing movie. I felt really touched, and I think I feel really emboldened to know, like, someone as random as, like, Hugh Jackman, like, to know that his hero is, because, like, Robbie is both so relevant and completely irrelevant at the same time.
Completely.
Don't you agree? Like, he has such star power, and then there's an entire portion of the world who does not give a fuck, does not see it.
Yeah, is not.
What a dichotomy.
No one in America knows who Robbie Williams is.
He's random. He's random.
He's
It's sort
random.
of what's like the Australian equivalent. It's sort of like if Margot Robbie was like, my idol is Sophie Monk or something.
So true.
Right?
Holly Valance.
Oh yeah. Okay, my idol is Holly Valance. She's so hot. I think she's married to a billionaire now, but like we don't know that much about her. But like
wait.
the Kiss Kiss video is like.
Didn't Holly Valance say something recently? Didn't she say something? What did she do? She did something bad.
She said something bad.
She said something bad. She said kiss kiss to Republicans or something. I don't know. She was conservative.
She said kiss kiss to Republicans.
I don't know.
I just want to thank you for that. Yeah. I just can't tell you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
That was such incredible gossip.
It was beautiful.
Alleged gossip.
Well, that's gossip.
Alleged.
It ain't in the books as a law. It ain't in the books as truth. It's just what we've heard.
I don't think there's anything else. I don't think.
No,
do you have anything to wrap up with? Do you have a final?
I don't actually want to speak off the back of a story. I'm like, that is, you can't really top, you know what I mean? Like, you can't.
I don't have anything that's going to be like,
do you want me to tell the Mecca story again? How I found on the back of the door?
Where at the back of the door?
Okay, so it's on the back of, like, hanging on the hook. It's good when there's a hook on the door, isn't it?
Okay, to go back to that, there's a toilet in the bookstore.
Yeah, okay,
also
so let me-
flex. Okay, Dua Lipa, like reading books,
What do
Miss
you mean?
Concetta. Like, okay, performative reading. What did you pick up? Let's get into that. Concetta Book Club.
Stop! Ruining this podcast. It ended on such a beautiful note. That is the best gossip ever. Nina, you naughty little...
It's a bookstore toilet of a podcast. And that's what it is.
Nina, thank you for being such a
thank
big natural
you.
talent on our
gosh,
podcast.
thank you.
Is there anything you want to plug or say? Obviously, we have to plug The Greatest Showman. Like, I need to watch it. I need to do some
Yeah, guys, check
homework.
out The Greatest Showman.
Everybody needs to see The Greatest Showman. I literally love it so much.
streaming.
Wait, can I say why I love it? It's like from a screenwriting perspective, like every single song, like something happens. I don't know if that's like a weird thing to say, but you know in like Disney films where they like sing a song and it's more of them like stating their wish? It's like, I want this thing to happen. Like, I want this thing to happen.
Yeah.
In The Greatest Showman, they're like, I want this thing to happen. And then that thing happens. And then it
Happens in
goes
the song.
wrong. And then
That's
something else
cool.
happens. And you're like, whoa, like 3 minutes. And that's like...
I guess, though, I think
Storytelling.
there is also great merit, though, to like a song that would perhaps only do one thing, and that is just to introduce Skimbleshanks, the railway cat, you know, or like the magical Mr. Mistopheles.
And
like,
how would that song go? Would it go...
Skimbleshanks, the railway cat. I was banned from singing that in the home by my boyfriend. He got really mad.
Lucky we let you play, and there's no one here telling you to stop singing.
Thank you. No one is here. They're not in the room with us. They're out there.
I haven't seen anyone tell you to stop. I hope they're not. I back you in.
Yeah, how dare they?
Yeah, we'll plug The Greatest Showman. Anything else you want to... Whatever.
I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't just follow me on Instagram. Yeah, maybe that's
the best one.
I'm gonna try and be hot there more often.
That means so much.
Yeah,
to get followed on Instagram.
Totally. Go look at the haircut. Go look at the Rachel haircut.
I mean, it's the best it's looked today. I think because I started putting oil in it.
Yeah, it looks good. It looks healthy.
Thank you.
Vitality.
Vitalitatious.
What is the word for that? Anyway, yeah, thank you guys. Follow us on Instagram. Big Natural Talents is on Instagram. We have a Lafufu giveaway that we're probably giving away. Like,
is that like a Labubu?
Yeah, it's like a fake Labubu.
A Lafufu?
Yeah, it's like a bootleg Labu.
Did you see Madonna had a birthday cake of a Labubu and it said "Happy Birthday, Madudu"?
I saw that.
I didn't see that. That's
So you would be.
I was all across
You
that.
would be Labubu. Like
I'm
that would
Labubu.
be. I would be
La Bobo. La Bonner. Lauren Bonner. La Bobo.
La Bobo. Yeah.
And then
you would be Kakaka. Kakuku. I don't know what the
Kokaka.
just Kaka.
Nioyo.
I would think it would be like Nayuyu or something. I think you have to take.
Yeah, yours is hard.
I can't believe you're Labobo. That's
Labobo.
That's actually really cool.
Close.
It sounds like an ancient animal.
Yeah.
Extinct.
It sounds like how Travis Kelce talks in real life.
Yo, Labobo.
Bye. Bye.